So hello everyone, hope you're doing good and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 15 of the May Daily Leetcode Challenge, and we again have a medium level question in front of us. Let us see what the question is. It's question 1721, swapping nodes in a linked list. Okay. Let us see the question, then I will go for a detailed explanation of what it is, and I will also explain if you know to linked list, then how you should be approaching this, right? So what we are given is we are given the head of a linked list. Head means it's a pointer to the starting of a linked list, right? And the integer k is given to us. You can see here these are the two inputs. Okay, head and head means it's like a pointer. Okay, it is pointing to the starting of a linked list, and k is an integer. Okay, these are the two inputs given to us. What last of the question is return the head of the linked list after swapping the values of the kth node from beginning and the kth node from the end. Okay, they are saying us consider the list to be one indexed. That means its index will start from one and not zero. Okay, like suppose you visualize this as a like a simple list. Okay, simple array, then you shall start its index with 1. Okay, because see they have given kth node, right? How to find kth node? We have to find kth node by considering it as a list starting with index 1. That is the basic idea here, and let us see the example, then it will be very clear for you, right? See, this is the linked list given to us. Okay, in this picture. Okay, let me do a bit of zoom, and yeah, this is the linked list given to us. And what we have to do is we have to swap the second position. Okay, this is the first position, this is the second position. Okay, we have to swap this with the second last position. See, this is the last position and this is the second last position. So which are the two nodes we have to swap? The second node from the starting and the second node from the last. Okay, so 2 and 4 needs to be swapped. Okay, so the first one is the array given to us, and the second one is the array which we should return. Okay, after making that change, see, 2 is now replaced with 4, and 4 is now replaced with 2. Okay, so this is the final array, and we have to return its head. Head means we have to return a pointer which will point to the starting of this modified linked list. Okay, that is, see, you can see here this. See, if you're a beginner, I think definitely will have this doubt, because see, they are returning something like array or list. Okay, whatever you call it in whichever language you are doing. Okay, but this is not how the output will look, right? This is just a sample, because they cannot show you how the like pointer is getting returned, so they have just written like this. Okay, you should not return it like this. Okay, you have to return the head of it. Okay, just see the return type here. If you have any doubt, see, this is going to be the return type. Okay, it should be a list node object. What are those things? We will come to that, but just understand, see, it's not a simple list. If you are doing in Python, or let us say you are going to do in Java, you are not going to return a array. Okay, you are going to return a pointer. Please note this thing in mind. Okay, similarly, coming to the second example, you can see k is equal to 5, and this is the something given to us. Okay, let us see what the fifth value is. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, identify that this is the fifth value. Okay, let us see what is the fifth value from last. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this and this are the values. Okay, so they should be replaced. So see here, 7 and 8 are present. Sorry, yeah, 7 8 are present, and here 8 and 7 are present. So we just swap them. Okay, that is the basic idea. That is, whatever is the k given, k from the starting and k from the end, these two should be swapped. Okay, that is the basic idea here. And let us see how to code it. See, there are many ways to code it, right? In C++, you can, what you can do is you can keep additional pointers to the case and node from the last and case node from the end, and then you can swap their positions yeah, directly. But the better approach will be, like, for a generic approach for any possible programming language, will be to first make this like extract the elements from the linked list, insert them into array, from array do whatever modifications you want, and then rebuild the linked list. Okay, this is what the approach will be. And yeah, uh, this is also a faster approach. But see, what you can do in C++ is only limited to C++. Okay, like keeping a pointer at the kth location and keeping another pointer in the kth location from the last, and then swapping the elements using the pointer, right? That is also doable, but that is not possible in programming languages like Python, right? In Python. And also, if you see the like hints given here, they are pointing to the same thing, that they want you to see how you are rebuilding the array, right? That is what the question is trying to check your ability in. Okay, so we will rebuild the array, do the modifications, and then we will be like rebuilding the linked list. Okay, so that is the basic idea. Let us see how it is being done. See, this is the array which I'm going to define. Okay, this in Python we call it as a list, right? It's sample list initially. Okay, I am creating a temporary pointer which will point to my head, because I cannot change head, right? I should not be changing head. Once I change head, I cannot get it back, right? So what I will do is I will keep a temporary pointer to head, and then I will be moving it, right? So let us see how it's being done. I will be moving till my temp points to none value, right? And I will be changing time as well. I will see before going to that. If you're a beginner, I think you will not be like very clear with how linked list functions. Okay, so let me quickly explain you how linked list is being done. See, linked list means each node will have two things in common. Okay, each node, as you see here, which have two things. First is it will store a value and it will have a link to some other node. Okay, that is how it is being implemented. If you see in this particular code how that it's being done is, see, each node which is in, for example, 2 and this circle, whatever you're seeing here, is the object. Okay, is the object of this particular class. Okay, so each node in a linked list is the object of this particular class. Okay, so each node will have a value. Okay, each node will have a value and each node will have a pointer, which they are calling in this case as the next pointer, right? That is the basic idea. So this is how linked list is being implemented. Okay, you are creating a class and each node in your linked list is going to be object of that particular class. But why we are creating class? Because we want to incorporate these two values in each of the objects. Okay, it should have a value, it should have a pointer to the next node. Okay, with this, let us come to this now. See, I'm creating a temporary pointer to the starting of the linked list. Okay, because I don't want to lose the head. Once I lose the head, there's no way to get it back, right? So I should not be changing head at any cost. This is the temp. This function loop will function like it will go from starting element till last element, and finally it will become none. Okay, so this loop will run till temp becomes none. What we are doing is we are appending the values of each of the temp variables. Okay, what it means is, see, first one will be appended, remove my array, then two will be appended, then three will be appended, so going on till the last element. Okay, I'll just quickly print and show you how it is being done, and then you will be very clear. So it is just the linked list and the elements in the order in which they appear. Okay, for example, 1 2 3 4 5, just seeing the same thing will come here. Okay, the same thing will come here. That is the basic idea in the same order. What we can do is now we can do all our manipulations here. Okay, I am in this case we are asked to swap. Okay, first of all I'm trying to get the length of the linked list. Okay, I cannot remember one thing. If you're given a linked list, you cannot get its length directly without passing through it once, right? So this is what this is done. So I have passed through the array. I've created abstracted elements, so I can just count the elements and get to know what is the length of the linked list, right? So I am creating a temporary variable. Okay, it will store the kth value from the starting. Okay, I remember one thing. If I say second value from the starting, that means it refers to k minus 1th index. See, for example, k is equal to 2, right? They are having a 1, see, index starting from 1. But in our case, see, in Python or in whichever language you implement, it's going to start from 0 only. So how to make that modification? See, I need the second element. So this is the second element. What will be its index? Obviously, it's going to be first index. Okay, 0, then 1. Okay, so we have to take k minus 1 index. Okay, in our case, k minus 1 index will refer to the kth element in this case. Okay, so this is going to be the kth. I'm just storing it in the memory variable. I am changing the kth element from the starting with kth element from the last. Okay, kth element from the last. See, suppose, yeah, this is length 5, right? 5. Okay, if I want first element from the last, what should I do? 5 minus 1, which is 4. Okay, this is the index 4, right? That's what is being done here. So I am appending, so I am like moving the kth value from the last to the kth value from the starting. Okay, and then I am the value saved here, which is the kth value from the starting, is moved to kth value from the last. This is just a swapping operation. These are very simple things. Okay, yeah, then comes, okay, I'll just print and show you after doing this how it looks. Okay, yeah, and we will just comment it out. Remember one thing, whenever you segment the solution, please do comment out the outputs, otherwise your performance will be like the performance of your code, it will be really down. Okay, and yeah, you can see here, and the output is here, right? 14325. Okay, you can see 14325. Okay, whatever you are seeing here is exactly here. Okay, so I've done the modifications. What is being happening? See, 2 was here, 4 was here. Okay, 2 was coming initially, then it came 4, but here what happened, 4 replaced 2 and 2 replaced 4. Okay, that is the basic idea. I will comment it out again so that I don't forget at last. Okay, yeah, again, now everything is done. Now I am going to rebuild the linked list. Okay, modifications are done in my external array. I am going to rebuild the linked list using the array which I created earlier. Okay, so what I will do is, it's the same thing again. The same thing I have happening here, right? I'm again pointing my head to the start of the linked list. Okay, which is head. I am starting a value I equal to 0, right? This will be until we reach the end of the linked list, and we will be passing to each of the elements. What I'm doing is, for the first element I reached, I will be appending ith value of a to it, and then I will increment I. Okay, and similarly I will be incrementing temp as well. Okay, temp is a pointer, I is an integer. Just remember those things. And yeah, this is how it is being done. And finally I will return head. So if we just run through it, you can clearly see it is clearing all the test cases. It's nearly 70% faster, right? This is the basic code which you can do. See, one thing you have to understand here is there are many ways to solve a problem, right? But the interviewer will try to test your knowledge in a one particular domain. Okay. Suppose they want to see how you are like browsing through the English, how you're extracting the elements, and how you're rebuilding the English. If the interviewer wants to test that approach, he will want you to code in a specific direction. Okay. There are many ways to solve this question, but as I told, like the interviewer will always try to verify some. See, there are many ways to do it, right? But then how the interviewer will compare candidates, right? He can compare candidates only when the interviewer solving similar approach and see how strong they are in that particular approach, right? So this is how it is being done. Even if you're solving a different approach, ultimately the interviewer will like ask you to come to this particular direction. Okay. So yeah, be ready for those things. This is what the approach the interviewer will demand if this question comes. Okay. If you see their comments and if you see the solution, this is how it is they are expecting. Okay. So this is how I've coded it. So yeah, friend, that was all for today. If you want the time complexity, it's obviously going to be often, and if you want the space complexity, obviously it's going to be often both case. Because, but remember, we are doing two traversals here. This is the first traversal, and this is the second traversal. Still, both of them are going to be often approach. So often plus often remains often only, right? And so coming to space complexity, again we are creating separate array here, right? Creating separate array here, which is obviously going to be of same length as the linked list. So space complexity is also often. And if you see the time complexity of this question, like the number of test cases coming here n is going to be of the range 10^5. So definitely, O of n solution will definitely work. But if you have a solution which is O of n square or something like that, then definitely you will be facing the difficulty in getting answers accepted, right? So yeah, fun. That was all for today. If you have any better approach, please do comment below. But remember one thing here: having approach is a different story, and getting it accepted is a different story, right? This is what lead code is. It will expect you to code a particular solution, okay, in a particular thing. Even if your solution is faster or something like that, if you have not solved it around that way, then it will not accept a solution. So that was all, friends, for today. If you want us, please do comment below, and if you have a better approach, then please do share that. We'll see if your solution gets accepted or not. Yeah, friend, that was all for today. Thanks a lot.